Man, this was a good episode, and I really enjoyed some of the shocking moments in this one. Yo, this drama is giving me something that I have been craving for, I have been wanting for quite a while, and that is me not being able to predict the ending or predict what's going to happen in the next episode. I want that so much, and I got it. I cannot predict what's going to happen in the next episode because each episode, if you think about it, it has their own theme. For this one, it was all about would you keep the stuff that the other person that you were dating gave you after breaking up? Would you want your stuff back that you gave them? Would you want to throw it away? Keep it? Who knows? Everyone is different. For me, well, it kind of depends though, because I guess if the relationship ended on a bad note, I guess I would want to throw it away. But not all, not all of the relationship is bad. Some are good. I guess I want to keep some of that stuff. But this is something that you should never ever do, and this goes for both guys and girls. If you got your stuff back and you kept it, don't give it to anyone else. Not a new person you're dating, not a gift to a family member or whoever. You gotta keep it, and you keep it. That's it. So for this episode, when everyone was asked the question, would you keep the stuff? Everyone was like, yeah, I would keep it because it's precious to me. Nah, I would throw it away. They're just items, but I would want to keep the stuff that I gave them. Well, it was mostly Sonyoung who said that, which was pretty hilarious considering what's gonna happen. But anyway, yeah, everyone, again, they have their own preference. And we get a flashback 3 years ago. This time is with Sonyoung and Kangon. So it looks like they were together after having a one-night stand together. So in this flashback, they ended up breaking up. Then for Sonyoung, she was like, well, that coat, I gave it to you, give it back to me, so take it off. Eventually he did, and then she was like, that sweatshirt, I gave it to you, it was a matching set, take it off. And well, Kangon was like, well, it's cold out, and then she forcefully took it off for him, and then now he's standing there freezing, and then she goes, those shoes. And I'm like, give the guy a break. And eventually he did take off the shoes, and then I'm like, well, there's nothing else, right? And then she said the socks. I'm like, no, don't do that to him. And then he took off the socks, and then we see him walking on the sidewalk, just freezing his ass off. And I'm like, damn, poor guy. And of course, if you see the other people just staring at him and just pointing at his feet, and it was like, damn, if I saw that, I wouldn't even know what to do. Like, I wouldn't even want to do anything, to be honest, because I would probably think, man, this guy had a rough time, leave him alone. But anyway, he's waiting at the bus stop. Then out of nowhere, we see a guy who gave him flip-flops. And I'm like, oh, okay, so at least we have a nice guy. Come to find out, it's Mino from SHINee. He made a cameo. That I did not expect. That's one of the shocking things in this drama. I did not expect a cameo in this one. So Mino, well, his character, well, I can't remember his character name, but I'll just say Mino. So Mino gave him the flip-flops, they start talking, and then Mino gave him the jacket, which Kangon recognized that it was from the same high school that he graduated from. And then then they figured out that they went to the same high school, and then they start singing their school song. And then they were both part of the soccer team, which for Kangon, he was more of a bench warmer. And then to end their night, they just went out drinking. Next, we get a flashback 2 years ago. This time is with Kyungjun and Rinnie. So it looks like these two were going to break. Well, it kind of looks like they did. And they were pretty much exchanging, their stuff. But then Kyungjun was like, I don't want to break up. And then, just with a little bit more talking, he wore the rabbit ears. And then that kind of sort of convinced Rinnie to rethink them breaking up. Which I find it funny because Rinnie, she was like, well, they're just items, I would throw it away. And she said that at the beginning of the episode. But just seeing her talk about the bunny ears, and she said that it reminded her of all the fun times they had together. So it kind of really contradicts what she said at the beginning, Now we're getting to the juicy story. Like, I'm really enjoying Jaewon and Uno's story so much. But anyway, so Jaewon was asking about the cameras that he brought with him to Yangyang that he used to take pictures and record videos. and he assumed that Uno still has it. Now, everyone who saw his interview, they were like, well, maybe she sold it, maybe she threw it away, which got J1 just a little bit upset, if not a lot. And he kind of assumes that she sold it because J1 right now, he still thinks of her as this pretty but also mean person. So yeah, I mean, maybe she sold it, maybe not. But then I think it was pretty obvious that she still has it. Come to find out, she does. She still has the camera. She still has the film, which she put it in the fridge, which she also learns that from J1. He said that if you keep it in the fridge, the colors won't change as much if you keep it in room temperature. So yeah, she still has it. And then eventually she has those pictures developed, and which I kind of find it just a little bit of a sad scene where she has those pictures now. We see her take out the camera. She's sitting next to her bed and just looking at the pictures on the floor. And I'm like, man, I really hope these two actually meet in person and get back together, because their backstory is really enjoyable to watch, and I'm at a position where you want to root for them to get back together. So as she was looking at the pictures, she took out the camera and was watching all of the videos that J1 recorded. And it was him making the surfboards that he gave to her. Now I'm thinking, well, does J1 want it back? I'm just saying. So, yes, now for, wait, hold up, the surfboards. I'm pretty sure, well, there is a possibility that Uno might have left it in Yang Yang or threw it away. I mean, do you really want to be carrying that around? But she's still in love with him, so I'm pretty sure it's probably still in Yang Yang somewhere. Or it's probably in her room, which we cannot see, who knows. Now, another shocking moment. Kangon and Uno are living together. In my mind, I'm thinking, wait a minute. Together? Boyfriend, girlfriend? But hold up. It doesn't make any sense though. Because Kangon voluntarily, he wants to be single. And Uno, she's still in love with J1. So yeah, they can't be together. But what's also shocking was what Sonyoung said. She found out that Kangon is living with Uno, and she also said she's the reason why they broke up. Uno is the reason why Kangon and Sonyoung broke up. I'm like, what? So at the very last scene of this episode, it showed J1 talking about how him and Uno broke up, and it was by voice message. And we saw her leave a message by a payphone. She said, we shouldn't meet again. Your cameras, I have them. Well, she stole them. And that was her intention. We know she lied. And that was the end of the episode. And yeah, again, this was a really good episode. Some shocking moments I did not expect. I want to know more about why Uno was the reason that Kangon and Sonyoung broke up. That was pretty interesting. Maybe Sonyoung thought that, well, there is a possibility of Sonyoung thinking, why is my boyfriend living with another woman? That could be the reason why. Maybe Uno thought that Sonyoung was an evil person for Kangon, and he kind of agreed. Maybe, I don't know. But yeah, that's pretty interesting though. Alright, I'm gonna leave this review here. Again, this was a really good episode. I enjoyed some of the shocking moments. Oh yeah, I have a question for you guys. If you guys break up with someone, would you keep the stuff or throw it away? For me, again, it's hard to say, but I would keep some stuff, but then I would throw away the rest. But if my girlfriend told me that I should throw away some stuff that reminds me of my girlfriend, yeah, I think I would have to say no. But if the roles were reversed, knowing that my girlfriend has some stuff that reminds her of her ex, yeah, I would definitely feel the same way as she would feel if, again, the roles were reversed. So again, yeah, it's it's hard to say. So again, would you throw it away or would you keep it? With that being said, oh wait, hold up, my mind went blank for a sec. Leave a like, comment down below, and subscribe. See ya.